Chapter 21. As he looked up, he saw the rich casting their offerings into the treasury. And he saw this poor widow casting in 2 small coins. And he said, "Of a truth I tell you that this poor widow has put in more than them all. For they have all cast in the gifts to God out of their abundance. But she has cast in out of her poverty all of her substance." And as some were speaking about the temple, how that with goodly stones and consecrated gifts it was adorned, he said, "The days will come when these things that you look upon, there shall not be left a stone upon a stone that shall not be thrown down." Then they asked him, saying, "Teacher, when shall these things be? And what sign will there be when these things are about to take place?" Then he said, "Beware that you are not deceived. For many will come in my name, saying, 'I am he,' and the time draws near. But do not follow them. And when you shall hear of wars and sedition, do not be afraid. For these things must take place first, but the end is not immediate." Then he said to them, "Nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. Great earthquakes shall be in different places, and famines, and plagues, and fearful things, and there shall be great signs from heaven. But before all these things, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prison, and bring you before kings and governors for my name's sake. But it shall turn to you for a testimony. Therefore settle it in your hearts that you do not premeditate a defense. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom that all your adversaries will not be able to speak against, nor resist. Yes, you shall be betrayed by your parents, and by your brethren, and relatives, and friends, and some of you they shall put to death. And you shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, yet not one hair of your head shall perish. By your patience possess your souls. And when you shall see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, then understand that the desolation is near. Then let them who are in Judea flee to the mountains, and those which are in the midst get out, and those in the countryside do not enter into her. For these are the days of vengeance, to fulfill all things that have been written. But woe to them that are with child, and to those that are nursing in those days. For there shall be great trouble in the land, and wrath among the people. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden under foot by the nations until the time of the nations be fulfilled. And there shall be signs in the sun, and moon, and stars, and in the earth, distress of nations with perplexity, roaring seas, and waves. Men's hearts shall faint from fear and expectation of those things that are coming on the inhabitants of the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And then shall they see the Son of Man come in a cloud with power and great glory. But when these things begin to come to pass, look up and lift up your heads, because your redemption draws near." And he spoke a parable to them. "Behold the fig tree and all trees. When you have already seen them sprout, you know of yourself that summer is already near. So also, when you see these things come to pass, know that the kingdom of God is near. I tell you for certain that this generation will not pass away until all these things are done. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. But pay attention to yourselves, lest your hearts be overcome with drinking bouts and intoxication and cares of this life, and that day should suddenly come upon you. For as a snare it shall come on all them sitting on the face of the earth. Watch therefore continually, and pray that you may be counted worthy to escape all these things that are about to come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man." And he taught in the temple by day, and at night he went out and lodged on the mount called Olives. And all the people came early in the morning to him in the temple to hear him.